What's different this time, Daniel? Like, what is the change in terms of the first result to the next one? I imagine you're confident you're going to win this fight.
Yeah, I'm going to win.
What's going to be the difference?
I'm going to win. That's it.
By KO?
Whatever way it comes. Any means necessary.
Dubois has got a lot of demons to revisit, and he's going to revisit them in this fight. I think he's in a different place mentally now than he was before the first fight. I don't want to say he's grown up and mature, because I think he's the same fighter as he was. He's just, his mental approach is going to have to be different. So let's be honest, the question that was given to us, it's all about Daniel Dubois. This is Alexander Usyk cannot be questioned in any way, shape or form, whether it's going to your backyard, whether it's can he do this, he's ticked every box he's ever came. Absolutely. Well, do I believe Daniel Dubois quit?
Yeah. Okay, and have you
I think he had enough, yeah.
If that quit is there, it's in you.
The first time's the hardest, that's a fact. The first time you quit is done.
He can't do it again. But I think mentally he's in a better place now than he was then, but not better than this man.
No, I agree.
And I have a theory as well. I think the shot was okay. I think that if the referee starts counting, Usyk gets back up and wins the fight anyway. But he just used his experience and took a risk.
We've seen him do the wrong things in the past. We've seen him take a knee, whatever have you. But the best way to explain Daniel Dubois is he's a 27-year-old vet. You think the boxing can throw at him? He's been dropped, he's been down, he's been stopped, and he's found a way back. And he's now on the back of his biggest ever victories. He's on his best ever run. You know, the victory over AJ was something. Daniel Dubois' big chance here is the first 6.
He carries his power late.
He does, but
slows down a bit, doesn't he?
It's not that he slows down. It's up here.
Yeah, you're right.
It's all the problems are all up here, because I think as a fighting specimen, as an athletic specimen, the boys.
The rematch is set. Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois, and this time the stakes are even higher. Last time out, Dubois shocked the world with a body shot that sent Usyk to the canvas. Many believed it was a clean punch. The referee didn't. The moment sparked controversy, and lit a fire in Dubois that hasn't gone out since. Since then, Usyk has become the undisputed heavyweight king.
I believe it's going to be totally different. If the people thinking that's going to be the same thing, then they're in for a shock, a surprise, even their team. So, you know, I can't wait. I'm knowing myself better. I'm trusting myself better as a fighter. So, yeah, can't wait to get in there.
And the fact that it's at home, it's at Wembley. He's got 3 belts, you've got 1. But being here in London, where you're from, does that give you a chance as well?
Yeah, to have the home crowd. And just this is where I did it the last time, so I know I can do it again.
We've all seen a change. There's been something happened, definitely. The Daniel Dubois right now is a much better fighter than the one 3-4 years ago. Would you agree with that yourself?
Yeah, definitely.
But what's been the change? What's happened?
Growing up, we all have to grow up eventually, don't we? So, it's just been a journey from a boy to a man, you know, from the womb to the tomb, they say, and that's how it is.
And I want to talk to you about the coaches. Don Charge, I think, is a fantastic coach, especially for heavyweights. But someone who doesn't get the flowers he deserves, I think, is Kieran Farrell. And initially, when he came in to your team, I was surprised, kind of like, what's this about? But I think I think the combination of Don and Kieran works really well together.
Yeah.
Whose decision was it to bring Kieran in?
My dad actually got in contact with Kieran. Yeah, he wanted a new guy that could bring the speed into it. And you know, Kieran's hectic. He's ferocious all over the place. So I needed someone to just keep the work rate up and bring that young life, vibrant energy into the camp. And I think, and we're bringing more. We bring in who we have to.
And I've been able to see the resurgence of Daniel Dubois. It's been beautiful. It's been amazing. He's been able to change the minds of those who doubted him. And the big win he just got over Joshua was remarkable.
He's got a massive shot, but how do you bet against someone who's never lost? He doesn't know what it's like to lose. But I think if there's ever a chance for Dubois to beat someone like Usyk, it's now with the momentum he's got. You know, at home, he's got everything in his favour, and you know, Usyk has got nothing. He's got nothing to gain really because he's already beat. But he done the same thing with Tyson Fury and AJ. Gave them both rematches and done it better the second time round. I'm really intrigued in this fight, and you know, everyone's going to be behind Daniel Dubois. You know, he's a great guy.
Sure.
Straight down the line, but he's fighting a wizard. He's fighting someone who doesn't know what it's like to lose, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get another Usyk victory, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Usyk starts showing signs of age. Hard training camps, all those amateur fights, world championships, amateur, the WSBs. He's done so much, so many rounds on the clock, so many miles on the clock. He's pristine, but there's a lot of miles on.
I think Dubois is going to be in. That's my early prediction. I know a lot of people will obviously fancy Usyk, and rightfully so. And as much as I like Dubois and think he's getting better and all the rest of it, I'd like to see Usyk win. I think Usyk's a great fella and a great fighter, but I think Dubois...
How do you see this one, Adam, playing out?
Different to the first one. I can make much more of an argument for Dubois in this fight.
Me too.
Firstly, because he actually had success in the first fight.
He did. Do you think it was a low blow?
No.
No.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
You do think it was a low blow?
Absolutely was. If you look,
you do?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, sorry. You caught me out then with the question. If you watch, it lands low, and while it's got contact with the shorts, it actually rides up at the point of impact.
So I've no use to my argument.
But it's irrelevant because they're going to fight again.
Yeah.
Usyk won the first time, and as he said, he won by stoppage. But Daniel Dubois is a different fighter now. Fighting is 90% mental, and he is a completely different fighter mentally. He lets his hands go with freedom. He now trusts his engine because he had those rounds with Jarrell Miller that tested his engine. Yeah. So he's kind of ticked the little boxes along the way, old school stuff.
Unified, legacy secured, but at 38 and after back-to-back wars, how much is left in the tank? Daniel Dubois is no longer the hesitant fighter of old. He's rebounded in spectacular fashion. Knockout wins over Jarrell Miller, Anthony Joshua, have turned the doubters into believers. This isn't the same Dubois who took a knee against Joe Joyce or came up short in their first encounter. He's matured, sharpened his game, and found confidence. Tony Bellew says Dubois might still quit. Others say he's a different beast now. David Hay believes this is his moment.
That's about the shot that was and your initial thoughts when you landed the shot.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even like going back onto that, but you know, it was what it was at the time. I'm a new fighter, a man of the future now. That's in the past.
Talk to us about the rebuilding of Daniel Dubois. First off, the mindset that comes with that.
Yeah, facing the best guys out there. I think, you know, I'm a warrior at heart. I'm a warrior through and through. My dad raised me, trained me from the age of about 7. So, you know, it's in me. I've got the goods, and we've just been proving hungry to prove a point, and you know, make a statement with this one.
Final one: Usyk, Dubois, or Anthony Joshua? Who would you rather fight? Just hypothetically.
Who would I rather fight right now? Usyk, because I want me revenge in England. That's all I want. I want a fair shout, and I don't believe I've got a fair shout the last 2 times. So I don't know what I'm going to have to do, because I can't leave it go to the decision. I'm going to have to knock the cunt out. But yeah, that's the one I want. But if I don't get that, then it'd be Joshua, the biggest British fight that will ever happen, and it would break all records, and it would sell out 100,000 at Wembley in an hour. And it's a fight that I think can happen for sure if I decide to come back and the deal's right and all the other shit that goes.
So one bit of advice you'd give to Dubois against Usyk?
You'd knock him out, because I wouldn't say that, because it's in England and you know it's on his own show. So just do the best you can. That's it. Best you can. It hurt before the body shot put him down.
Daniel Dubois beats Alexander Usyk.
How do you get to a point where you, besides the emotive connection with thinking that Daniel is in a better place than he was before, there's been no decline in Usyk, and we know we've got Krzyzak in the background leaving him as a promoter, but none of us think that's going to really affect Usyk. I've described Daniel Dubois as an irresistible force that might just be coming up against the immovable object. How do you reach the point where you are aligning upon Daniel Dubois beating Usyk? And we've been wrong every time we've put against Usyk, it's gone the other way.
I was going to say, firstly, do not agree with me, because you do get them ones wrong.
I do agree with you, by the way.
Oh, you do?
I think that's because I want it.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, look.
So you're both picking Dubois?
Absolutely. So I know Daniel Dubois. I see him work from day to day. I know what they're working on tactically. go back to 2023 when Dubois lost to Alexander Usyk, and you say, all right, yeah, look, they seem quite far apart there. He had his moments, Daniel, but Usyk was sort of leagues above him then. Alexander Usyk has not got better since then. There's a lot of miles on the clock since then. There's no sign of deterioration. But what I'm saying is Daniel Dubois is a different character, a different animal from then.
You're saying that Usyk has not got better since fighting Daniel Dubois?
Yeah,
even though he's dealt with Fury.
Yeah, absolutely. That doesn't mean he's improved. I think the two
Don't mean
fights
it got worse either, does it?
No. The two fights with Fury. I'm just doing this. It's a calculated gamble. I think the two fights with Fury would have put some miles on the clock with Usyk, and Daniel Dubois, since the Usyk loss, has improved dramatically. And I mean dramatically, not just physically, mentally as well.
Tyson Fury. Even he admits Dubois has a real shot. If he can land clean, Usyk remains the master technician, a southpaw genius with footwork, timing, and composure unlike any other, but at time is undefeated, and Dubois is younger, stronger, and now more experienced. Wembley will roar for Dubois, but Usyk has silenced crowds before. In London, in Poland, in Saudi Arabia, pressure doesn't rattle him. If anything, it fuels him. So what's at stake for Dubois? Redemption, validation, and heavyweight glory. For Usyk, a final stamp on a generational career and another chance to silence the narrative.
But the narrative is much better for the Dubois rematch. You've got the fact that they fought, and then since then, Dubois has been on a tear, beating guys that he was the underdog against, Ergovich, and then Anthony Joshua, of course. You know, the guy has really revamped his entire career, turned it around, gone from a guy that people saw as a quitter to being potentially the most dangerous man in the world. So you've got this narrative now that Dubois is a different guy. So this rematch will be different. Also, you have the fact that Usyk in the ring after his win over Tyson Fury, Dubois came into the ring, challenged him, and Usyk said, Your Excellency, Turkey, make the fight with Dubois. He's a man of his word. That guy says something, there's a good chance it's going to happen. So I believe the narrative is there, for this fight, obviously, and this is one of the reasons why it's
best fight. I think they're the best two heavyweights in the world, and there's a bit of controversy with the last time, which goes with the grain in boxing, doesn't it? A bit of controversy, but no, I think Daniel's got a better chance than he had the first time. Yeah, what with the win off Joshua, his confidence is massively up. Well, when he fought Usyk last time, he come off the defeat from Joyce, and but now he's absolutely flying. He's got as good a chance, better chance than he had the first time around.
It gives a lot more. It's a different Dubois. It's a different fight. I think he gives a lot more problem. I think he's got a lot more confidence. I think he's starting to realise when he hits things fall over. If he hits them often enough and clean enough, it doesn't matter who you are, if you're Usyk or whoever else. I know he's a tough man, Usyk, but if Daniel hits you often enough and hard enough, you break. It's very simple. It's not rocket science. Saying that, I know he's in great form and that, but this Usyk, mate, he's the real deal, mate. So no one just get giddy and get too excited about Daniel, mate. We're talking about the real deal, and Alexander Usyk. When he needs to be tough and tough, and when he needs to be super smart, he's that as well. But I think Daniel, with the wave of confidence he's got, would cause him more problems now than he did before.
Both of them coming off losses. It's the fight we always wanted to see as domestic boxing fans.
Yeah, I suppose that fight is right there, and everybody still wants to see it. But to be honest, we've still got Daniel Dubois, and I was sat next to Daniel Dubois.
Triple D, baby.
Triple D, baby, all day, every day. Let me just tell you this. In my eyes, for me, he's the only one. Triple D is the only one. Daniel Dubois is the only one that's ever hurt Usyk and put him down on the floor, made him think. And he was down there for like 3-4 minutes. So who's to say that once he fights Usyk again, to go out there and absolutely destroy him and bring our belts back to our country like he's supposed to.
Can Dubois finish what he started with that body shot? Or will Usyk once again outclass him in the championship rounds? Let us know your prediction in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. We'll be breaking it all down right here.